Welcome to Out of the Park, the podcast show where four guys have four different opinions, and it's all on sports. I'm your host, Vincent Garcia, and we do have four guys today. Hey, how about that? After last week having two, now we got four. I got Anthony Martinez.
We're multiplying.
And Ryan Osborn and Drew Miller. Second show last week. Wasn't a good day for you, I bet.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to explain.
I was just too sick to come in.
There you go. That's all we got to say. So...
It's going around.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah, why is everyone getting sick? What's
like
everyone getting sick?
Now.
Is it the weather? Is the weather causing the sickness? Who knows? We're getting dehydrated.
I guess we're all getting down with the sickness.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, that's California. It's raining. It's flooding. It's dry. It's drought. All at the same time.
Oh yes.
It's hell with no fire.
So
we're gonna get those soon.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Hey, right? In California, there's two seasons we have: fire and flood.
Yeah.
Or it's summer and cool summer.
Maybe.
Slightly cool summer.
So, or the only winter we get is on the beach.
Yeah.
Because it's just breezy and cold. Anyway, enough of California weather. Let's get to sports. And what happened on Sunday, just like last week we talked about the finals ending that Sunday on Father's Day. Now, this past Sunday, the one thing that has ended was Copa America. Chile and Argentina, they finished with a draw, but penalty kicks, and Chile won. And Ryan, you called another shutout. How about that? After last week, Ryan did call a shutout for Chile. I mean, I was rooting for Argentina, but shouldn't have known better after the information Ryan gave me. Because Ryan's Mr. Right every time. All you have to like Anthony said, just pick lotto numbers already. Just pick lotto numbers so we can all retire and not even go to school anymore or not even get a job.
Well, the thing about that final is that both teams had great opportunities on the counterattack. Higuain came in alone against the goaltender for Chile, and he absolutely miffed it. Just completely missed, lobbed it right over the goaltender, and it goes past the far post. That's the second time that he's done that in a championship game in 3 summers. He did that in the World Cup against Manuel Neuer. Just goes right past the far post. He misses it again, and his team pays for it.
Yeah, I've rooted for Argentina before in the World Cup, and now I was hoping they would win. It looked like they had the better team. Chile has a great players as well with Alex Vidal and Alexis Sanchez. But I kind of had a feeling as though maybe Argentina could pull this off, but disappointed yet again.
Yeah, I was really sad for Argentina because I was definitely rooting for Messi, and I remember watching it live and just thinking, oh no, I guess that's it. Because as soon as I saw Messi completely overshoot that strike, I knew it was over for Argentina.
Yeah, that's another thing too. He sent that penalty kick just straight over the post, overpowered it completely.
So after Messi's loss, the other big talk is his retirement from the Argentina team or retirement from soccer. I'm a little confused. What is
it's just from the national team for Argentina? like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He retired as well from the Sweden national team. But with Lionel Messi, it's just retiring from the Argentinian national team. It isn't for soccer. He's no way close.
The impact is going to be felt if he actually stays with what he's saying and retires from Argentinian football, because it's to cross sports. It's like Mario Lemieux retiring at the top of his game, or it's like Barry Bonds retiring just before he reaches 700 home runs. It's something that is huge. It's arguably the best player in the game right now, retiring from the Argentinian national team. My personal opinion, he's just being a crybaby right now.
I mean,
he can't handle the loss, is what you're saying.
He can't handle a loss, and he doesn't like all the attention.
Messi's had this attention on him for years, for a decade at least. Having the spotlight just on him the entire time. I think it just comes to a certain point where you just had enough losing, where you build up, and then nope. It is so hard to imagine getting to having the championship caliber players, but not winning championships. That is such a tease. I cannot. Oh my god, that I feel for him. With my wrestling team, we would always be doing good. Then boom, we would choke, and I would just after a while I just got over it. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm done. Because We have the caliber to, and we have the potential to, but there's no point because every single year we choke. So I don't get it.
But does this game, this Copa America, this is not going to ruin Messi's legacy? No doubt. No, wait. Do you say it is or it isn't?
It affects his legacy because Diego Maradona, he's one of the greatest Argentinian players of all time, and he was able to back up that claim because he has himself a World Cup under his belt. And with Messi, it's like, oh, yeah, he's one of the greatest players of all time, but he never came clutch for his national team. He was never able to bring home a World Cup. He wasn't able to bring home a Copa. I think that affects his legacy. It doesn't matter how many titles he wins with the Liga BBVA or if he goes to Serie A or any of these other leagues. I don't think it matters in the end because Pele, what does he have? World Cup. Diego Maradona, World Cup. You got to have something. It's either Copa or World Cup.
You're sounding like a player who doesn't win a championship in the NBA or in MLB, but he wins a gold medal or something. That's what you sound like right now, to me, in my opinion.
Well, for the MLB, gold medal doesn't mean anything because, for one, baseball's gone and it's out of the Olympics,
right,
which we'll talk about later.
Yeah,
right.
The Olympics.
Well, it'll come back, but yeah.
And then the NBA, it's almost meaningless too because you have only 2 basketball teams that can win a gold medal, and that's Spain and the U.S., and that's been the final the past 3 times.
Right.
So it's not as meaningful, although it is. You're playing for the United States of America, but if you compare it to soccer, it's not. I wouldn't say it's the same thing because Messi needs to win a championship.
He does.
It's something that needs to happen in a major tournament. And to be honest, in my opinion, he's had 3 times that he has been able to close out the game, and he doesn't do it. So it's not like
that's the point. That's the point I make. He's had the opportunity himself.
It's not like before this Copa America final, he kind of criticized the Argentinian football team. He doesn't have enough support. They didn't make a good enough team. Well, the thing is that in the World Cup, he had 2 different chances where he could have scored a goal and ended the game. He had a free kick in the final 4 minutes of extra time that was within 25 yards. That's his perfect range. That's his happy zone right there. Just outside the box, had the opportunity, airmailed it. Last year in the Copa America final, he had an opportunity, went in alone on the goaltender, airmailed it. This year, had the opportunity in penalty kicks, airmailed it once again.
Drew.
Yeah, I think in some ways it does affect his legacy. In a sense of, just looking back on his time in Argentina, there's a lot of Argentinian fans that just don't appreciate what he's done for the country because he hasn't won a World Cup or a Copa. And
they'll still call him the best, but then again, in the back of
they still
mind,
criticize him. They still criticize him, yeah. And I think that's what's been tearing him apart inside, and I think that's why he decided to supposedly retire. But I believe he's going to come back. But as far as just in La Liga or even on a world-class level, I think he's still the best player in the world at this time, better than Ronaldo, in my opinion. Because Ronaldo, if you think about it, at least Messi can get to the finals with Argentina.
Right.
Portugal hasn't even been to finals.
Ever.
And that includes Euro, that includes the World Cup. I mean, at least Messi can actually get to the finals. Yes, he
Portugal sort of has a chance this year because they made it out of the round of 16. So.
True. Well,
they have a chance.
They have a chance, but I don't think they'll make it. That's just my opinion. I think there's too much going on that side for them to make it.
And speaking of Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo, how about, Drew, you should be excited for today. Poland
yes, I am.
And Portugal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's the saying you say? Arisco, I forget what it is.
I am so mad.
You said it a couple weeks ago.
You
said some Polish
You're proud to be Polish.
Yeah, I think it was proud to be Polish.
Reżimisz po polska, także mi jet, something like that.
Thank you. The viewers will love that.
I hate you.
The viewers will love that.
Because Switzerland. All right, did you not see that beautiful bicycle kick? That was a beautiful goal. That was a beautiful goal. Can you at least appreciate that Shaqiri?
Yes. Yeah, no. I'm saying I think the Shaqiri goal was the goal of the tournament so far.
It was.
Ding, 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 ding. Let's get it going.
So anyways, I saw it live. I saw the whole thing. Well, not live. I recorded it, but I watched it later. But just watching the whole game, I saw Blaszczykowski kick it in, and I was just like, yes!
My heart kind of sank down.
I was just so happy because I was like, oh my goodness, Poland actually has a chance. And then I just remember I watched Shaqiri's goal go in, and I'm like, here we go, we're going to extra time.
And then I thought for sure, and I was like...
And then they got to PKs, because I will say this, if Switzerland, I thought they were going to win it in extra time.
I thought so too.
Because they were the better team in extra time.
They were.
But then, I don't know how, but Poland just pulled it out of themselves to just win it in the penalty kicks.
I mean,
and they were just so clutch.
It also helps that, if Switzerland doesn't make one, So,
well, true, but well, you have to understand, for Poland to make every single one of their penalty kicks is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Because not many teams can do that.
Right.
Because there's just so much pressure.
Right.
And I remember watching it, and then Recovery with the last goal going in, I was just like, yes!
I was so mad.
Yes!
I literally flopped down on my couch.
I know, you're probably angry. I know, because they're Swiss. But you have to understand, this is huge for Poland.
It is huge for
Poland.
Poland
hasn't done anything in the longest
You're going to talk about huge? Let's talk about Iceland.
Yes, Iceland and England.
That was monumental.
Hey, that's one of the greatest calls by any broadcaster that's not American.
Yes, that was amazing. He sounded like he's on fire, but it was fantastic. Oh, my goodness, that was amazing.
Oh, it was classic. I mean, that whole call, like you know how big a victory is for a country.
Oh yeah.
Just by the broadcaster, everybody thinks, oh, it's the fans' reaction and the players' reaction. No, listen to the broadcaster.
If you didn't know, at least 98% of TVs in Iceland were watching the game.
Yeah.
So if you weren't watching at the watch party, you were watching at home. And then I kind of figured, where were the other 2%? What were they doing?
On the radio? On the radio. On the radio.
I don't know.
They were
they
couldn't afford a TV.
They were the ones serving the food to the people watching the game.
All right, that makes sense. You got 98%.
I just think it's incredible. I feel like with Iceland and England, like England isn't as good as they used to be in.
But England had a contending squad.
True, supposedly.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney.
No.
He's not that good in international play.
Wayne Rooney isn't
not that
good
good in international play.
He could just bug off. Like, he hasn't done it.
Yeah. But what I was going to say was, I thought it was, in my opinion, I thought it was David and Goliath. Because, just a real life David and Goliath. Because, I mean, Iceland, no one expected them to get this far. No one expected them to get out of the group stage. And they did.
And they were the lowest ranked. They were the lowest ranked out of all the countries. England,
and they did in the round of 16. So I think they have a chance to upset France.
No,
I think
it's like
I
one
think
of those
they have a very
teams.
small chance.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm rooting for them. So.
It's like with back then, like when Wichita first came through during the tournaments.
True.
It was like kind of like whoa, but now like they're facing the bigger teams. It's like I hope like it would be nice, but I don't think so.
Yeah, it's all in your head and stuff like
that. But with England though, I'm really just so disappointed. Like, I'm not too surprised, but I'm just disappointed. Like, you have Raheem Sterling, you have Harry Kane, you have Jamie Vardy, you have Joe Hart, who's been like your wall for years.
The guy,
yeah. Almost every game they conceded at least one goal.
Yes,
or at least 1 to 2 goals. Oh man! Like,
what I love,
their team costs more than their national team. One player cost at least 2 players on Iceland.
Yes. What I thought was amazing was the heart and soul that Iceland had. I mean, they were down early.
The Vikings.
They were down within the first 5 minutes, 1-0, which doesn't seem like much to non-soccer fans, but that's huge.
Because you never know when it's going to come again.
Exactly. It's like being down 3 or 4-0 in baseball.
Right.
You have to work at it to come back.
Right.
And so I just thought for them to fight back like they did, and then just to have that go-ahead goal in the second half, that just really set them, or actually it might have been the first half.
I think it was.
I don't think they scored. Yeah,
it was
my bad.
First half.
So to go up 2-1 into the first half and maintain that lead, which wasn't too hard to do against England.
Right.
They didn't really have many shots, but I think the biggest criticism that the English coach was going to face was the fact of
Roy Hodgins.
Yeah. Why didn't you play the younger guys sooner to try to spark some energy?
Like as soon as the second half started, at least go on with the substitution, and then maybe around the 60th minute, just sub in the 70th, and start working your subs in like that. So at least you have like at least 20 minutes or so to at least work with something.
And instead, he's just like, oh, last 5 minutes of the game, let me just put him in. Just to see if he could save England and save the Queen for all that.
Well, here's the thing. England wanted God to save the Queen. He was so busy saving the Queen that he missed on Sig Thorsson's goal.
Hey, I'll give you that. That was a good one.
That was an incredible goal.
Okay, so
it was pretty good.
So we've already talked about Portugal, Poland, and we just talked France, Iceland, Wales, Belgium. Wow, I'll take Wales.
I think Belgium is going to do it. I think Belgium has
Eden Hazard
great defense.
Eden Hazard just broke through his drought right now. You know, he was going like freaking 62 matches without a goal, and then he finally scored a goal. And
he scored those two
big goals in the Lukaku
English Premier League.
Right, and then he went through his little drought, and then he helped Leicester City win their title. But I think they just have too many weapons. Like you got Gareth Bale and you got Ramsey, but I mean that's honestly not enough.
I know some people want to say that Gareth Bale is like one of the best players in the world. He's good, but he's still kind of young now. Or he's like in like 25, something like that.
Yeah, mid-20s.
Like that. So he still has some time to grow.
Right. Here's what I think is the X factor in that game. If Belgium takes too many fouls close to the box, then they will lose because Gareth Bale has a 30% success rate on free kicks just outside of the box.
Right.
So if they end up giving him multiple opportunities where he can see the net and actually get a feel for what he needs to do, then he's going to put in one or two.
Yeah, Wales needs to put on pressure like right away.
They need to press early.
They need to press early.
Yeah,
because then they'll definitely have Belgium on their heels running back. Because obviously Belgium has always been in charge, or at least they've always been setting the pace.
Yes.
So I think if Wales puts on the pressure and Bale actually comes through, and he gets a little help from his other striker or midfielders, he'll be able to.
And I think another thing that might help Wales in helping them win the game is if Belgium plays like how they did in the first game of their Euros,
right? Which
wasn't that good. They were struggling. They were just trying to find the ball, and they weren't really passing well, nor were they shooting well enough. And they ended up in a draw against, I can't remember which country it was, but I think if they play like that, then Wales will probably win.
All right, so Germany, Italy. I remember 2 weeks ago. Remember when I said I was rooting for Spain and Italy, and they ended up facing each other. Ryan and I were talking about this last week, and I picked Spain, and that went down the drain. So I guess I'll stick with Italy now, but what do you guys say?
I think Italy can pull off the upset because they just dethroned Spain.
Thank you.
And I think going forward, that's going to be huge. That's like, in a sense, oh man, what can I compare that to? Okay, so I'm going to go back to, let me think, 2014 when the Kings dethroned the Blackhawks.
I like that comparison.
No problem. That's the only thing I can That's the only thing I can really think. And I'm a Ducks fan, and I'm saying this. But I think when you do something like that, granted the Kings already won in 2012, but when you do something like that and knock off the former champs, which you lost to the year before in that conference final or just in a playoff game itself, I think going forward that's going to give you enough momentum to possibly even win the whole tournament. That's just my opinion. I don't think Italy is going to win this year.
No.
I know some people are saying they will because of how well they played against Spain, but we'll see what happens.
Honestly, I like Italy's chances. Obviously Italy dethroned the giants that was Spain, but I feel as though Germany, with that wall of Manuel Neuer and that defense, I don't think that they lose against Italy. I think if anything, it may have to go to penalties. I think that's how it's going to go down again for this game because they're just going to be coming at each other. And they're going to be shooting shots. A lot of them are probably going to be off mark, but they're just going to be shooting. They're just going to be pegging at that net. And I think honestly, this game can go to extra time. And if anything, like I said, I hope it goes to penalties. That's honestly a personal preference. I would love for that game to go to penalties.
I think,
and Germany would win.
Yeah, I think with German, I mean, they obviously have the Berlin Wall for their defense and stuff like that, and. They also have Schweinsteiger, which he's getting up there, but he can still score. He's just so clutch.
Goetze.
Goetze. And then also, was his name Mosey?
Mesut Ozil?
Yeah. Whatever his name was. Was it Mozil or whatever?
Mesut Ozil. Ozil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't pronounce German. But that guy, he might be young, but he's still potent. And that's the thing with Germany; they just have such a potent, just clutch team. And
they got super subs. They got the super subs.
Yeah.
It isn't like, oh, you're bringing on some guy that you brought on from like some mid-table team from Germany. No, you're bringing on guys that are pretty much FC Bayern or it's Borussia Dortmund. It's either one of those two that you got on the pitch.
Yeah, and these guys are very famous in the Bundesliga
right.
and stuff like that.
Basically, the German team is FC Bayern Munich. That's how strong that German, not only the national team, but that their league is. That basically most of FC Bayern Munich is on the national team, and then if it's either Borussia Dortmund or like just some other guys that you pull over from the side of like a Hanover or like some whatever guys you just need as a sub.
The other German clubs that are still big.
Sort of decent.
Yeah.
Not as touchable as FC Bayern.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's our soccer topic. Now let's go over to let's talk a little NBA. No free agency, of course, still going on, but LeBron James just opted out, and some people think, oh, is he going to leave? He's not leaving.
No.
He's going for a raise. Just like a lot of players in the NBA, they want that raise, and Ryan and I were talking about raises last week.
He should be happy he's raising a banner in Cleveland finally.
Very good point. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah. But
I would have loved
it
to
was
be proven wrong.
It was 3-1. I mean, that's all I got to say. I can't believe it.
Yeah, so...
and remember when Warriors fans were saying, oh, yeah, like as if we would ever lose a 3-1 series lead against the Thunder.
The Thunder, yeah.
And then it happened less than 2 weeks later, and now they're all like, oh, I've always loved LeBron.
Yeah. What I will say this, I will come out and I did run my mouth a little bit on one of the podcasts, the last podcast I was here, and I said, "Ooh, the Warriors, they're gonna win in 6." So I would like to
Both
say I was I feel like a little bit of a donkey right now, and that's just how it goes.
It's all right.
And so, kudos to you.
I accept your
you actually picked 7.
You said 7.
From the very beginning.
You said Cavs.
I can't believe it. Did you see it? Did you see the Cavs just coming back in such a tremendous way?
Yeah, honestly,
like when it was 3-1, did you still believe that was Cavs in 7?
Yes, I still believe Cavs in 7. Like I hated it though personally. But I knew some part of me was like, I feel as though Cavs will pull it off. Like I feel as though they got the team.
But it was 3-1.
Even then, I was like, if they pull it out, he was then part of kudos. Then kudos to you too. But it's just like I was like, Warriors like they either win next game or next couple of games. But then just too many pieces were starting to fall apart. Bogut's out, and then Andre Iguodala in one of the games his back was starting to hurt him. He wasn't able to perform at his best.
Draymond Green also
got suspended, so then he went in. I think he went out 2 guns blazing on the next game just to prove a point, or he tried to.
Yeah. Draymond Green was out for 3 games.
Yeah,
that first game that he was suspended, and then he just wasn't there the rest of the series.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
but I like as much as I would have loved to prove it wrong. Obviously we got to give props to Cleveland for.
No, that was spectacular. I didn't see that coming.
I don't know if you guys talked about this, but I don't think LeBron should have been MVP for the finals.
No, we had that talk.
Yeah.
We did.
It should have been Kyrie.
Yeah, I said Kyrie actually.
If it wasn't for Kyrie, they don't win.
Yeah, I wish you were here last week because you said on Snapchat you were going to have a rant.
I was going to have a rant. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, and I hate Skip Bayless's opinion. But this time I agreed with him.
Oh, jeez.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
LeBron deserved the MVP because he broke records. He was the best player in the finals. Most valuable player was Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Yeah.
But LeBron gets the MVP because he was the best player in the finals. He set finals records. He led the team. Kyrie Irving was that 2-piece. He was the second guy there. He was the most valuable, but LeBron was the best player in the finals.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hands down. And it went to show in the last couple minutes when I think it was Andre Iguodala. He was going in for that layup to finally break up the tie, and then it was that Superman dunk just running like he's always done for years. If it wasn't for that, then obviously it doesn't lead to Kyrie. Putting that dagger in there.
Yeah,
one of the greatest shots in NBA history.
One of the greatest shots.
And I also heard this yesterday. Now, since we're on free agency, going to Kevin Durant. The Lakers opted out. They're out of it. They're out of the race to get Kevin Durant.
The sweepstakes or whatever.
Yeah, the sweepstakes.
I've heard
which is no surprise, actually, to be honest. Because you get Kevin Durant, you're still not going to win.
Kevin Durant is in a win now type of mentality. He's 28 years old, 29 years old. He needs to win a ring now. Otherwise, he just becomes one of those great players who never got a ring.
Like Charles Barkley.
There you
Karl
go.
Malone.
Barkley, Malone,
Stockton.
Easily,
yeah. He doesn't want to become one of those players. And if he goes to the Lakers, those guys still need time to mature. They have this great core that they just drafted within a 3-year span.
Right.
But that's going to take them 4 to 5 years to be able to get to finals caliber. And Durant doesn't have 4 to 5 years.
No.
He has 1 to 2 years to be able to get to the finals and win.
But what ticks me off, and probably will tick Anthony off, that the Clippers are in the market.
Indeed,
all right. So the team who is in the biggest market in the United States of America is not the most well-known team, and they're going out for Kevin Durant.
It's the better team.
Yeah, but
As of now, yeah. As of late.
As of late, yeah.
I'm sorry, when was the last time you guys won?
2010? That was a magical year?
No, I'm talking about against the Clippers.
Oh. Okay, I think that was 2000.
Rings are heavier.
I don't know. Yeah, rings are heavier.
Rings are heavier than Division League banners.
Rings are overrated.
Yeah, especially
Rings are overrated. You'll be the first one to be like, Clippers got a ring.
Don't worry, that happened in like 2152 or something.
So what,
never.
So what,
just never.
So what would happen if Kevin Durant did go to the Clippers?
Oh wow!
Does he have the support? I think he does have the support.
He has the support. He would have the team behind him.
The
problem is that they don't make it to the finals.
No,
they lose in round 2.
The problem is here's the problem about the Clippers is that the Clippers they are a good team. I give them. As a Laker fan, they are the better team here in Los Angeles.
Regular season.
They are a regular season team. Exactly. They're just playing. They're just playing in the wrong era,
which is weird because. As you look over the Clippers' history, you have the Buffalo Braves. Never were able to get to the second round of the playoffs, and they never won their division.
Right.
They go to San Diego. The Clippers only make the playoffs once. Mm-hmm. They come to Los Angeles. They make the playoffs only 6 times in like 30 years, and then they finally get to this 5-year stretch where they're able to make the playoffs.
Where you just know they're going to make it.
They're an automatic lock to get into the playoffs.
They're like the Ducks at this point.
Yeah, like they're going to make it, but it's just like whether or not they're going to win it.
When are they going to die?
The big problem is that I think it's unfair to throw so much expectation on this team to be able to win the championship. Because you look over the 45-year history of the Clippers, and they've made the playoffs. I don't think that makes a difference though,
whether the expectation, because you got the team, like you got the coach, you got the bench to be able to back you up.
I think their year that they needed to win was 2013.
No, I think it was last year.
I think they had a chance.
2013,
they had a chance last year, but the problem is that they were injured, and the Warriors were just starting to get into that mode where they played all-around basketball, and they were passing at a historic rate. Like in 2013, and even in 2012, but better yet, I like that 2014, too. The Clippers beat the Warriors. Right. They beat the Warriors. And then the next year, the Clippers turn around, and the Warriors are able to get to the championship.
Right? Yeah, but the thing is, when they beat the Warriors, Warriors weren't how they are now. At that
they were getting up there, though.
They were getting up there. But for them to beat the Warriors in 7, that was just kind of like, it's just a divisional opponent.
And they should have beat them in 5.
Really?
They had the opportunity to close it out. They just choked away the other 2.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Just like how they
Memphis and then Houston was
Houston.
Worst.
That was the worst. Yeah.
What I was so upset about is they beat the Spurs in 7.
Right.
And they go up 3-1 against Rockets, and then they just die.
You go against that James Harden D. That James Harden defense.
Get out of here.
And then that Dwight Howard.
I still remember that series against Houston. It was because I remember game 7 was on a Sunday,
yes,
and I think my dad went golfing, and so he missed the game because it was an afternoon game. And my dad comes home, he said, "So what happened to the Clipper game?" I said, "Do you recognize the sound?"
Oh,
yeah, terrible.
Well,
terrible.
That game was over once the Rockets came back.
Yes, in that one, the fourth quarter.
In Game 5.
Easily.
In Los Angeles. In Game 6 in Los Angeles. It was over. The Clippers were up by 15 in the fourth quarter, and they choked it away. And it wasn't something like the Rockets went on this gigantic run and just started lighting up the basketball, shooting from beyond the arc. The Clippers had multiple possessions where they went down the floor, gave it to DeAndre Jordan. He gave the ball right over to Smith, and the Rockets were able to come back. The Clippers choked that game away.
Right.
Okay.
Agreed.
So that's our NBA. Let's do a little bit NFL. I mean, we're not at the season yet, but it's still training camp.
Los Angeles Rams?
Well, no, not that. Well,
the Inglewood
Rams. The Andrew Luck signed was an extension for $140 million. 5 years. 5 years, $140 million. Is he worth that much? Was it too much for the Colts to put that much money on him, or is he going to live up to the potential?
Too much money because he has had 2 seasons basically taken away from him in injury. He's been in the league for 5 years now?
Yeah, he missed 9 games last year.
He's missed 2 seasons basically.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only played for 3 seasons. 5-year contract, that's a perfect length for a football player. That's a good length. $140 million, there's no way. What they were trying to do is throw money at him to keep him happy and in Indianapolis.
Right, because if Andrew Luck is gone, then who are you chasing after, really?
Yeah.
You got no one
else. Are you
else.
going to get Johnny Manziel?
No. Speaking of Manziel has just been suspended 4 games because of substance abuse.
Yep.
With no surprise.
With what team, though?
I know that just from the NFL in general.
I thought he was in jail.
Exactly.
Already.
That's what everybody says about Cleveland. With what team?
Yeah. Now, do you see Johnny Manziel coming back? I don't see him. I don't think he's going to go back with the team.
No.
And he says he supposedly said starting tomorrow, since tomorrow is July 1st, he'll start going sober. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. If you're still young.
If you set a deadline for yourself to go sober, you're not going to go sober. Because what it means is that in the days leading up to that deadline, you're just going to be tossing down beers. No.
And shots and
yeah, if you have to set a deadline or a date that you're going to go sober at, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't think it's honestly going to work. Manziel, he was never really great in preseason anyway. Like, you never saw any star potential out of him. Like, obviously, he had Texas A&M. Obviously, that's how he got big, but...
Well, because he was in the SEC conference too. Because when you play in the SEC, you're looked more. I mean, even if he was in the Big 12,
and that's
if
the
Texas
thing.
A&M was still there, he still get looked at, but he won't be like up
Johnny.
He wouldn't be Johnny football in the Big 12
because they focus so much on the SEC, and that's what I hate. I wish they would
have the SEC network.
On other, yeah. I wish they'd focus on other
and CBS
leagues as if they were the SEC.
Yeah,
because some leagues don't even get looked at. Like the Pac-12 is like for a lot of people in the South, they just don't care about the Pac-12. All they think of is
they can't.
Oregon.
They
can't
South,
watch it.
Yeah, the South can't watch it because the games
SEC
are late.
Network and everything.
Yeah, it's like the thing about there's an advantage about being on the West Coast. We can see every single game.
Right.
You live on the East Coast. All you stick to is the East Coast, and that's it. You don't focus on the Midwest. You don't focus on anybody.
Because then you're going to sleep around 2:00 in the morning,
and then that's right around their games are just.
That's
really
when it's like the fourth quarter
quarter.
Yeah, they're kicking off the fourth quarter, and it's 2:00 in the morning for them.
Like, do you really want to watch that too?
Yeah,
unless you're loyal, like obviously, but that's still like.
Now imagine watching a Hawaii game and you're in New York.
That's just
forget it.
That's just dedication at that point.
Well, it is dedication.
It would still be
daytime,
like 11
p.m.
I mean, it's like 12 hours.
Yeah, seriously.
But then again, some people though they get up like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just to watch like English Premier games because the day difference.
True.
Like, there are still people that get up like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. and they still go to a bar.
The DVR, people.
Yeah, well, hey, don't you remember what we had in 2008 in the Olympics? We were waking up at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch the Olympics.
I did that.
I did it a lot too.
I slept.
This is what I did.
That's the beauty of summer.
I had a great schedule. That summer, I would sleep from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I would wake up, go to sleep at 3 a.m., go to sleep for 2 hours, and wake up at 5 and watch the rest until they stop playing it.
Yeah, that's a true American right there.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, and
dedication.
That is dedication. Yeah. Okay, so let's do baseball, and we'll finish off with the Olympics. So we can do a little baseball,
and then we could talk a little NHL too.
Yeah, we can talk a little NHL. You want to do it right now? We can do it right now because it's a small topic. Yeah.
Okay.
It's no.
It's big.
Yeah, there's a lot.
For you.
Okay, no.
For us.
There's so much.
Actually, now I think about it, yeah, it is big. Let's do it. Let's talk NHL.
We got the awards, we got trades, we got free agent signings. This is going to go down. Okay, first topic. NHL awards, Drew Doughty Norris, Anze Kopitar, Selke. We talked about it last week, but that was predictions on what they should get. And that's exactly how it went down.
Terrible.
So behind us, we have a board that in dry erase is written Lady Byng, Kopitar, Norris to Doughty, and Selke to Kopitar. All three of them should have gotten those awards, and they got them.
And you still couldn't get to the finals.
2 and 3.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
2 and 3.
Come on.
2 and 3 is better than 1 for 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Well, congrats to the King, that's for sure.
All right, this is my opinion. This is my opinion on the awards. I think Carlson should have gotten the Norris, and not because I don't like Drew Doughty. I think Carlson deserved it more. Yes, Carlson.
Okay,
phenomenal this year for Ottawa.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, and then hold on for the Selke. Okay. It should have been Kessler because you cannot spell Selke without Kessler. That's just my opinion. I mean, you can't spell Kessler without Selke. Gosh darn it, I messed that up. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I think Kessler should have gotten it because he's been phenomenal with Anaheim. That's my
okay. First thing.
Go ahead.
Drew Doughty Norris Trophy. He deserved it. I will tell you why.
Yes.
I will tell you why.
As a Kings fan.
He's a defenseman in the truest sense of the word. Nowhere in the Norris description does it say he with the most points wins. Erik Karlsson ended up with 82 points, most ever in 20 years. Drew Doughty ends up with 51. He has almost the same amount of goals as Karlsson, but Karlsson has a ton more assists, 66 assists. He ends up leading the league, first time for a defenseman to do that since the Bobby Orr era. Here's the thing. Erik Karlsson, not a defenseman. He didn't play in the defensive zone. In fact, he only spent 42% of his ice time in the defensive zone. Everything else was from the neutral zone and up.
Right.
Defensemen play in their own zone. They have to clear their own zone to be able to get out. Drew Doughty led the league amongst defensemen in outlet passes from behind his net to get up into the neutral zone. He led the league also for defensemen in total Corsi 4, in addition to plus minus, and he also had more power play goals than Karlsson and more power play points than Karlsson if you take away the assists. Drew Doughty also led defensemen in checks, something that defensemen are supposed to do. What did Erik Karlsson do? Oh, yeah, he can score. That's nice. But then you also look at defensive responsibility. Overall, Erik Karlsson had 42 blown coverages that led directly to goals. Drew Doughty only had 21.
Right, because whenever I've seen Drew Doughty play this last season, like, it was the reason why the Kings had a goal was because of him with the poke check or him lifting up the stick on a breakaway. And then it leads
go back
to him.
To that game against Nashville when he had a clear-cut 2-on-1. He was somewhat beat defensively.
And he still made this.
And he ends up lifting up his stick to be able to break up the pass. He has his stick in the lane, perfect defensive responsibility. Lifts up the stick, puck goes into the corner, he backhands it out to Carter. Carter is in for a breakaway. Now, they looked at Erik Karlsson on basically the exact same play. He had that same play, and it was against Montreal earlier on in the season. Karlsson ends up sliding onto the floor, The pass goes right over his stick onto the tape of Plekanec, and Plekanec scores. Same play, 2 different results. Drew Doughty's the better defenseman.
He honestly is. Not even just not just a King's preference, but he legitimately is. Honestly, throughout the years, he's proved that he's the better defenseman.
Okay. Can you explain why Kopitar over Kessler?
Okay,
for the Selke, because I think Kessler should have gotten it.
All right, Kessler had an impressive resume, and
with the face-offs.
Yeah, he had the face-offs, but here's the thing: face-offs don't mean anything if you don't keep possession. And when you look at the face-off wins for Kessler, he ends up losing possession. The Ducks lose possession, and the other team ends up having more zone time. So, yeah, he does have the face-off wins, but the Ducks can't clear the zone, and that's one thing that Kessler can't do. He can't receive an outlet pass, and he can't give an outlet pass. That's something that Kopitar could do all season. In fact, he was one of the leaders in outlet passes all season. Now,
you just dropped the facts on him.
No. He has shown me an infographic, and I have seen this multiple times.
He's already seen this.
Would you like to debunk this?
Overall,
this is pretty convincing.
Overall face-off wins total 5-on-5. You have Kessler at second with 980, and third is Kopitar at 950. Face-off win percentage 5-on-5 is Ryan Kessler, 58.5%. Kopitar is in third with 53.1%. Defensive zone face-off wins, 58% for Kessler, 54% for Andrzej Kopitar. Penalty kill face-off wins, that's Ryan Kessler, 168 over Kopitar, 129. Shot blocks, that's Kessler, 92, and Kopitar has 65. Here's the thing. That's 2 different styles of play. What you're showing me Ryan Kessler in the defensive zone taking faceoffs, but that's not showing overall impact. You also have to look at the Corsi 4, and something that Kopitar has also done well is shots against. You look at the shots against that teams have against the Kings while Kopitar is on the ice, and Kopitar has a plus 25 per game shot attempts for his line whenever he's on the ice. That includes the penalty kill. You look at Kessler, it's only a plus 4. So that means that the other team is taking more shots when Kessler is on the ice than when Kopitar is on the ice. You also look at the total offensive zone, or not offensive zone time, but offensive possession time. So that's once the player gains control of the puck, how long does his team keep the puck after he takes the puck away? And Andrzej Kopitar was number 1 in that category because he had this effect on the Kings where once Kopitar has the puck, he's able to control it and no one else is going to take it off his stick. And Kessler, the thing is, he controls it, but the Ducks end up giving it away right away. A Selke-type player ends up keeping the puck for his team, and that's something that Kessler didn't do.
So that's what the Selke means. As long as that you have puck possession and you have tremendous defense.
Yes.
When you're a forward.
Correct.
Okay.
That's the definition of it. It's the best forward that shows defensive aptitude in addition to offensive skill.
Yeah, I thought, Kessler was kind of lacking in offense this year. But
third line center.
Yeah, at the same time, I thought what he was doing defensively was great. He was part of the shutdown line for the Ducks.
Absolutely.
You had Silverberg, and then you also had, I think it was Cogliano on that line. And they were just tremendous defensively, that pair, triplet. It was just fantastic how they shut everyone down.
I would put them top 3 in the league this year in overall penalty kill responsibility.
Oh, yeah, the PK was phenomenal this year, and it still couldn't get them out of the first round. It's just so sad.
But anyways, I've sounded off enough.
Yeah. Drew, I think you should dig your grave right now because you just got killed.
No, I know.
Hey. No. I'm not going after him. I'm going after all the people who said that they didn't deserve it. Now, saying that you would like to see a different player on that board have the Norris, saying that you would like to see Carlson have that Norris more. Yeah. That's another thing. I can respect that opinion. Yeah. But saying that Doughty doesn't deserve it, that's where I have issues.
Okay. And the other NHL talks, the trades.
Trades, okay.
Yesterday, you know what?
I'm going to hand this over to my right side and Drew, and he's going to take care of that.
Okay.
Well, first off, I want to say thank God that Freddie is gone. Freddie got traded.
I know he got traded.
Yeah. So wait, you're against it?
I knew it was coming. I just want to be in denial about the whole thing. It's okay. I'm okay with the whole thing. I'm a little sad that he's gone because I know he's great. He was a great goaltender.
Hey, Toronto's the perfect place for him. Next year. No. Next year. No. For sure next year.
Not with Anderson. Anderson can take them to the Eastern Conference Final.
I think so. I think he'll at least get them out of the first round of the playoffs.
You know what Ducks players are good at doing? Taking other teams to the Stanley Cup. With Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Don't remind me.
Ducks players are good at helping other teams win Stanley Cups.
Let's
stop talking. The Angels are the same thing.
Stop. Okay. So what I was going to say was with Anderson, I don't know why the GM for Anaheim didn't do this. I think it would have been better if they got a draft pick and JVR out of Anderson.
Absolutely.
I don't know why they couldn't get JVR, and that's what really ticks me off about the whole thing. That they could only get 2 draft picks out of the whole thing, and not even scoring forward, which left wing that they desperately need right now. And I just don't know. And then they're just taking forever to re-sign Raquel, Lindholm, and a few other guys, and it's just like, what are you guys doing? Whatever.
But on to yesterday's trade.
Yes.
That's for yesterday. Yeah.
That's what you were all excited about this morning.
Yes. Blockbuster trades. We had PK Subban, who's very famous for the Montreal Canadiens, is now in Nashville because Shea Weber that was in Nashville for a number of years is in Montreal now. So that's a huge trade that happened. Also, there's another trade. Edmund traded Hall. Not to Anaheim, which I really wanted to happen, but he's actually in New Jersey for Adam Larson, I believe.
It is Adam Larson.
Yes. And because Edmonton supposedly just needs all the defense they want, so they just thought, it'd be great if we could just swap those players, which, if you think about it, it's not really a good trade.
No, it's not. It's not.
New Jersey won that.
Yeah.
And supposedly Hall is upset about it.
Yeah,
Hall is upset about it.
Here's the thing. Adam Larson, good defensive prospect. He's an up-and-comer, only in his second year in the league, and that's, a defenseman is something that Edmonton needs to be able to sell to free agents, specifically Lucic.
Yes.
The thing is with Hall is that he had spent so much time in Edmonton, taken so much criticism to be able to get to the spot that he is as Taylor Hall. He's the one who leads them in scoring. He's the one who leads them in goals. Over the past 5 seasons, he's been the man. He's taken that criticism all in stride, and then all of a sudden they trade him for a late third-round pick. He doesn't really think that's fair. Now, he does like the trade because he's going to go play with Adam Henrique. They were boyhood friends. They also played on the Windsor Spitfires as well. So he's also happy about in the OHL.
Okay.
And so he's somewhat happy about the trade. It gives him a new opportunity. Here's the interesting thing. 2010 draft, which I was able to attend in Los Angeles, top 3 draft picks all traded within 5 years.
Yes, so I've heard. Yeah, and it's just insane what's going on. And you wonder, if McDavid is going to get traded at some point, which Edmonton might do.
No, there's no way because Connor McDavid is the reason why the Oilers are moving into a new arena.
Really?
Yes, he has that much of an impact. He's a franchise-defining player. You only see this once every 20 to 30 years. You saw it with Gretzky when he was taken from the WHA and they merged into the NHL. Gretzky had that impact with the Oilers. You saw it in 1984 with Mario Lemieux. You also saw it in 2004 with Sidney Crosby, and you see it with Connor McDavid. He has that impact. Sidney Crosby is the reason why the Penguins moved out of their arena, stayed in Pittsburgh. They were set to be relocated until Crosby came into his second year and had 52 goals overall, and he kept them in Pittsburgh, and they moved into a new arena.
So you're saying that McDavid is their next Gretzky, is what they're trying.
I don't think he'll put up the same numbers as Gretzky.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
There's no possible way in the modern NHL era where the pads are so big for goalies.
Agreed.
And it's just a different style of play overall. It's not as open.
It's not as physical as it used to be.
Yeah.
It's all about speed now.
He is the franchise savior. Yeah, he is the franchise savior. He is that guy. To compare him, he's not exactly a Crosby, but he is that guy such as, I would say the Sedin twins are to Vancouver.
Okay.
They are the franchise.
Now, would you say that Paul Correa was kind of under that?
Oh, yeah. No. He was on top of that. He was the Anaheim Ducks. Paul Correa was the Anaheim Ducks.
Mighty Ducks of Anaheim at the time.
Yeah. And he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as well.
Of course. Mm-hmm. And I think he should be retired in the rafters at Honda Center, but they don't want to do that anytime soon for whatever reason.
Speaking of which, real quick plug, Rogie Vachon, congratulations.
Okay. All right. Then NHL, after seeing the trade yesterday,
insane.
It is insane.
Yeah.
It's
like
totally
hockey
insane.
Twitter
It's
just exactly hilarious.
Yeah. So let's move over to Major League Baseball.
Okay, I'm going to throw a real quick game at you guys.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. Maybe even 3.
Maybe 3. Okay.
Can you guys name the top 8 RBI leaders in MLB history?
MLB history.
As a group.
Okay, Hank Aaron's number 1.
Okay, Hank Aaron is number 1.
Ted Williams?
Ted Williams is not in the top 10. He's number 14.
Oh, wow.
Mickey Mantle?
Yeah. Mickey Mantle.
Ted Williams?
He is not in the top 10.
Stan Musial.
Ted Williams.
Stan Musial is number 6.
All right, so we got 2, right?
You got
Lou
2.
Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig is number 5.
Okay.
So you got 3.
Barry?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Barry Bonds is number 4. You're climbing up the list. You got 4. A-Rod is number 3.
Hey, let's see. Jeter?
Derek Jeter's nowhere near.
I'm going to say Babe Ruth, but I don't think he's on.
He is number 2 on the
list.
I
knew it. Did you say Babe?
Yeah, I said Babe Ruth.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I was like Babe Ruth, and then I was I guess I'm ignored.
Okay. So
all right,
6,
so you
right?
you got 2 more. Stan Musial was already said.
I already said Stan, yeah.
Little harder. It's a little harder.
I was going to say Roger. No, Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb is number 7.
Thank you.
So you got number 8.
So we need the number 8 guy?
Number 8 guy.
Is Pete Rose in there?
No.
Is it? He's got to be retired, right?
Oh, yeah. He's long retired.
Okay.
So it must have been one of the legends.
He's kind of a legend, but a very underrated legend.
Rogers Hornsby?
No.
What about the guy that he played for the Cardinals in the 70s? I can't remember his name. He did like
Mr. October?
No. You're thinking of Reggie Jackson.
Reggie's not in there.
That was in the Yankees. I'm talking
number
about
25.
Oh, what's his name? It's Ozzy.
Ozzy Smith.
Ozzy Smith.
Yes.
No.
No.
Lou Brock. No, not Lou Brock. This is hard.
It is hard.
Yeah, it's just like Family Feud.
Joe DiMaggio.
He is not.
No, underrated. Underrated.
Okay.
He's got to be underrated.
Okay, underrated.
This is like Family Feud.
Kind of.
Is Griffey somewhere?
Griffey is actually number 15.
Ooh.
So you got to get that number 8.
Nap Lajoie?
No, he's actually top 25.
Well, it wouldn't be Kirk Gibson.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah. He's not even
just
top 100.
Throwing out names.
Yeah.
We're just throwing
thinking of
names.
Dodgers legends.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to think of at this point.
Yeah.
All right. I will say he is the 3rd best Red Sox of all time.
Red
Yaz.
No.
Not a Yastrzemski?
He was number 13.
It's not David Ortiz. No.
No,
He's still playing.
That's not David. No.
He's retired. Long retired.
Long retired.
I mean, I believe he retired.
No, we said Williams.
I already said Williams.
Early 70s, he retired.
Ooh, is his number retired at least?
I believe so.
Carlton Fisk.
No.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I will give you guys 30 seconds.
Top 3 Red Sox. Jim Rice?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Buckner.
No.
We're talking about.
Shame on you.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Just to upset Red Sox fans.
All right, we got 10.
They should be upset.
We blew it.
They have
9,
04, 07, and 013.
7.
They
Yeah,
should be upset.
they still give
5,
Buckner crap.
4,
They should.
3, 2, and 1. It's Jimmy Fox.
Double X.
Double X.
Fox.
If you would have said the A's, maybe I would have figured it out. Remember, he was a Philadelphia A.
He was
the
a
Philadelphia Athletics.
A.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But the thing
Everyone
is,
forgets
Kansas City Athletics.
He's top 3 Red Sox of all time.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, Jimmy Fox, and then followed by Eddie Murray at number 9, and Willie Mays is number 10.
I didn't even think about
Willie Mays.
I can't believe the great Willie Mays Hayes. I can't believe it.
How did we forget Willie Mays?
Well, there you
Okay.
go.
Well, so speaking of baseball, while we have the time, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we still got time.
So, ever since ever since the Cavaliers won the finals,
the
Cleveland Windians
believe land
12-0 ever since the Cavaliers won the finals. Are the Indians a threat right now?
Right now, they are.
I wanted to bring this up because, like, I think this is I think we can finish this off. Like, we'll finish off the day with this topic. We could do like first half, like like MVPs or something.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, first half American League MVP. I say Manny Machado.
No.
Well, you said when we first started the show.
I have switched my vote because it will go to Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
Down in Houston, who was batting .357. In fact, that improved yesterday afternoon, and I went to the game where he almost hit for the cycle. He came within 5 feet of hitting for the cycle.
He had a home run.
He had a double in the first inning, a triple in the third. He had a single. Actually, he had another double, and then he had 2 singles to end the day. A total of 4 RBIs, 4 runs. Overall impact, he led the Astros to a victory. That guy is my AL MVP.
What was the score yesterday?
Score was 11-4.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was 6-4 going into the 9th.
For the Angels, can we just trade everyone besides Trout and Calhoun?
Yeah.
No.
That's it at this point.
Here's what you need to trade. Artie Moreno.
Yes.
Good point.
Yeah, somebody needs to buy the team.
Yes.
Somebody win the lotto and buy the team. I don't know. Okay, Anthony, you
I as soon as he said it, I said, yes, I agree.
Okay, so National League, first half
MVP.
This one's pretty tough.
That's kind of,
Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy's, he's up there because he has one of the best batting averages.
Hey, I do have a National League breakout, though. Wilson Ramos.
Sure, I would go with that.
He leads he's the Triple Crown catcher right now. He leads all catchers in every category. Not just National League, but American League. I mean, not just National League, but all in Major League Baseball. I mean,
yeah.
So there's your breakout in the National League from the Nationals, Washington.
Okay. Here's my candidate for NL MVP, but the problem is that his team isn't doing as well as they need to be. Nolan Arenado.
Yes, I was going to say Nolan too.
Who is leading in home runs and RBIs.
Yep,
and he's batting over 300.
Amazing.
Yeah, for first half.
Yeah.
He should start the All-Star game. If Chris Bryant starts, it's like, oh, here we go with the popularity votes.
Popularity vote.
Okay. First half American League Cy Young.
Wow, that's
Chris. It's between Sale, but it could also be Carrasco too.
Sale.
No, I would give it to Sale.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If the Indians keep winning,
Carrasco.
It goes to Carrasco. If he gets another win under his belt, but right now it's Chris Sale. Because he leads the league in strikeouts.
Yeah. Like with Chris Sale on the mound for the White Sox, they're pretty much winning the majority of the games with Sale.
Yeah. And National League,
phenomenal.
It's got to go Kershaw.
Kershaw.
Yes.
Kershaw.
1.97 ERA. Come on.
1.97 ERA.
Hasn't he walked like 3 guys?
Yeah. He has walked a total of 8 batters all season and has a 72-8. He has a 103-8. Strikeout to walk ratio.
Just an hour and a half ago, the Dodgers announced that he's going to be placed on the 15-day
DL. That's strictly to be able to open up roster space because right now they're bringing up a couple of AAA guys.
Right.
What they're doing right now is they're feeling out who's going to be able to help them going into the
Julio
postseason.
Urias has actually stepped up since his first couple of games.
Indeed.
He's actually been doing well.
Here's the thing. They're trying to get as many AAA guys up as possible because if you join the roster at any point before September, you're able to be in consideration for the postseason.
Right. Yep.
So they're trying to get as many AAA pitchers as possible into the lineup to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's smart right there, yeah. So we already said National League surprise, not surprise, but comeback player, breakout player. American League, Mark Trumbo.
No.
Mark Trumbo,
I would say no.
Mark Trumbo should be thankful that he's in Baltimore because he's in a hitter's park.
Yeah.
If you take him out of Baltimore, he's useless. That's what,
No, I wouldn't say useless because he is an elite home run hitter.
That's what I mean. No, that's what I'm saying.
If he could keep down the strikeouts, any park, he can hit it in any park. He was with the Angels, and he hit over 30 home runs, almost got to 40.
Yes.
It's not a hitter's park. It's a pitcher's park.
True.
He goes to Arizona, not a hitter's park. Goes to Seattle, infamous for not being a hitter's park.
Yeah.
And he still puts up great home run numbers. He just struggles with strikeouts.
Okay. So, well, who is your surprise or your breakout?
My surprise is going to be Carlos Correa. He won the Rookie of the Year last season, but so far, instead of just improving his power numbers, he's gone to his defense. And he has fewer errors this year than he did last year.
All right. And I guess we're about to wrap things up right now?
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 30 seconds, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Any last words? Nothing?
I'll say something.
Make it quick.
Congrats to Cleveland on breaking their 52-year curse. I didn't think they'd be able to do it this year, but they proved everyone wrong. So congrats.
Ryan?
Go Kings.
Don't swim in Rio.
Okay. Well, we won't see you next week, but we'll see you in 2 weeks. And happy 50th birthday to Mike Tyson. So for Anthony Martinez, Ryan Osborn, and Drew Miller, this is Vincent Gar. See ya out of the park.